Hey everyone, it's Amanda with Americana Gardens, and today I am doing an indoor house tour. I have some really cool additions and new displays that I'm going to share with you all, and also I have some rehab plants that I'll show you the process of those and well, what they are, the process of them, and hopefully what they will be in the coming months. And also, I'm just going to go around and snip some maybe some dead leaves or busted leaves and just do some minor cleanup with you guys while I talk about each of the plants. I'll be doing indoor house tours once a month. That's right. Once a month I will be doing indoor house tours. So currently on this channel I have noted for my outdoor gardens, and just recently I started bringing the gardens indoors, as you can see in the back, during the winter months. So at least once a month I'm going to be doing an indoor tour, and every week during the busy season I'm going to be doing outdoor plants, once a week at least, tours of that. So I hope you guys would check that out. I will still be doing indoor plants as well, because obviously I'm going to be taking care of them and adding and taking away and growing more stuff. So if you're into that stuff, hit subscribe. That'll help me out a lot. I'm trying to hit my 1,000 subscriber mark, so help me out guys, and also leave a like if you like the video. Okay, so most of my garden stuff is actually in the previous lounge room. Now it has turned into my plant room, and that's fine. It's lovely. People love to sit here and read. But yeah, I got all of this right here. Pow! Gorgeous. This is my favorite setup here on this old iron and wooden baker's rack, they call it. And this is my little pride and joy over here. This is fun. Ah, I love it. I love it. So much texture. So many different colors. I added some statuary in it. Now it's kind of wild because you're really, you have an echeveria next to some ferns. Look, I'm just gonna do what the plants can handle. You could stretch the quote-unquote parameters of what the plant tag says. So just pay attention to it and see how it does in your area. So I think I'm gonna start from the top and work my way down over here. So this is a Xanthocenia, I believe. I'll put the correct name on the screen, but look at the veining to this. I love the leaves. The leaves are so pretty. It's a gorgeous green color, and I love the bold leaves. I also have this cacti here. It's definitely a bluish color, and it has black needles to it. Can you guys see the black needle? Yeah, you can. You can. Very cool. I like the contrast of colors there. This is a Monstera Adsonii here with the smaller variegation here. This is actually a climber. This came in a planter that had 3 plants in it, so actually I'm going to snip that one. The planter really wasn't compatible for all of them, so I just took it and broke it up and put it in my own. And yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that one with the brown on it. And there's also this leaf here. Let me see if I can get that right. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was pretty rough looking. And this one's kind of unfurling right here. Cool. Alright, and there's a brown one right there, so I'll get rid of that. And right up here we have a Dracaena. Now they are notorious for having some brown tips. I mean, I guess I could cut them. You should probably sterilize your plants too, between each cuts, but I necessarily don't. It's a bad habit. But I'm not doing anything that I believe is diseased. It's just more like lack of humidity or something that would cause the browning on the tips. I mean, you could do a lot nicer job than I can. You could actually like cut them into like triangles on the top, like how it normally be. Actually, I should probably do that just to make it look nicer. But well, it's just gonna be that way right now. And then I have this really cool Syngonium, is it? Oh gosh, I forget the name. But my friend gave it to me and it's doing well. I actually took some, and it's a vining plant, and I took some and tried to repropagate it, and I love the little blue speckles on it. Very cool. Synopsis? Oh gosh, I forget. I'll put the name on the thing on the screen. Just some like succulents I stuck around here. This is a new addition. Another lovely alocasia. Look at that dark leaf compared to like the rest of them up here. You can look at that. Nice color contrast right there. Very pretty. There's the alocasia mellow. I believe that's how you say it. I'll put the name on the screen. This is a new addition. I actually didn't even plant it properly. It's still in like the... Oh, that guy needs a little bit of water. But I love the leaves to this. They have that thick texture to them. Let me just stick it right there. Yeah, they have that thick texture to them like a dragon scale would. And the very intricate patterns of the veinings. I actually gotta clean this plant. Yeah, see, this one has like a lot of I'm hoping that's just like sulfur. Yeah, I should probably clean that. They put sulfur on plants as like a pesticide, so to speak. So, yeah, that's that plant. That's really gorgeous. I got that plant on my last day at Lowe's. Yep. And this is a cacti, a jungle cacti, and it's kind of like the Thanksgiving ones that will bloom along the stems, like a Thanksgiving cactus that they call it, but much longer leaves. Like, these leaves are massive. And I think I'll be getting some blooms this summer, so I'm excited to see how that comes along. I just really like it because it's a very textured plant. I mean, again, look at that. Look at all the textures and the colors. You could set each plant, like set it aside, and like you can see it. It's not like just jumbled in there. So that's important to do when you are displaying your plants. So moving on down to the second shelf here. So I got these really neat pieces at Vintage 61, and I filled it with potpourri. I was gonna use plants, but I decided not to, and I think potpourri is just fine. It's like a very spring coming color with like the bright greens and yellows, and you know, like the browns are still in there too, but I feel like it's really, like, that is so cool. I'll put the I made a video of going there, so I'll put a link to it. But yeah, these were really neat pieces. I mean, look how intricate that is. I guess this is like a soup bowl because there's like a little hinge, but there's no top to it. But I mean, it's so intricate. That's neat. So right behind here, I have an alocasia, black velvet. This has only produced one leaf at a time, and I currently don't see any more coming out. So it's just my one leaf black velvet. And this is a real, oh, it's getting a little crispy. I should miss that. That is a rainbow moss ostrich fern. It's a moss, not a fern, but it really likes the high humidity. So I just get my little mister here, and I try to keep it moist. I mean, it helps to some degree. And then right here I have this gorgeous, look, this is like a succulent plant. It's not succulent, but it's a black turtleback geo. Black turtleback geo, if I'm saying that right. It grew several inches since I got it, and these are actually like fuzzy, the stems. Oh, they're really fuzzy. You have the burgundy underbottoms, and then this dark green with some like purple veining. Like, that is a cool plant. I don't know, I feel like this is the Guinness plant, okay? Like, you have to have a refined taste for Guinness to appreciate it, and I feel like you have to have a taste for this to appreciate it. Topsoil looks pretty dry, so I'm gonna water that real quick. But yeah, I got some like mushrooms in here. How cute. Another succulent that I have matching on the other side of the buffet, alongside more mushrooms. And this is another peperomia. I'm telling you guys, like, the peperonia frost, like, I do well with it, and I don't know how I do well with it. I'm just surprised. And then, of course, I have another black velvet right here. You can see the newer growth has the lighter green. This is the more mature growth. So I just have that, like, flanking both sides. Oh, I'm so happy with this. This is so neat. Okay, and last but not least for this is the dragon scale. Oh, look at that. Look at like, these leaves are so rough. They feel like leather almost. And they are just a stunning ice blue. Like, this is a newer leaf, so you can see it has like a little bit more green to it. And this has like more of that blue. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is a really beautiful plant. This is also, I have one of these that's rehabbing. That's what I got at Walmart. And, oh, I should probably clean up my junk here before I continue. You know what? Actually, this is supposed to be right up here. My mom got me this. Last year I was in the hospital. I had a hysterectomy done. I have pre-cancer, and my mom was with me. She takes care of me, looks out for me, and she saw this in like the gift shop, and she's like, "This is you." The little bird on her shoulder and watering tools, and like, oh, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So, you know, it's very spring-like, and I wanted to bring it down here for display. But I did a, yeah, like when I was recovering from that surgery, I did a video, a walkabout of my garden outside, and that video was one of my more popular ones, surprisingly. I really didn't put much effort into it, I want to say, because I was just like so sick and recovering, and I was out of breath constantly. So like walking up and down the hills in my yard and stuff. But if you guys want to check out that video, I'll also link that down below too. This Monstera Adsonii again. This is the same that was on the top shelf, but it is in water. Proven Winners does this. And they grow slowly, more slowly in water. They prefer being in soil, but I just thought it was like a neat display. I got some maidenhair ferns back here that are not doing too hot. I mean, they're definitely moist, but, ooh, yeah, it's just, I think I probably will just take these out or try to rehab them and just put like a different type of fern in there. Yeah, so, but they're pretty. They have like the black frond, and then, you know, out comes the leaves, the green leaves. This is my prayer plant here that has something going on it. Whoa. I didn't wash this plant off. I believe that's just a pesticide though, like a spray that they had on it. Ooh, I'll be wiping that one off. But these are really pretty. This is like the lemon lime one. Look how that just glows. Like it brightens that dark space up. It just glows. This is actually an old school coffee grinder like you could say like the metal works, right? Like this is pretty common on this baker's rack here, but it's so intricate. This is actually for the, but that's kind of neat. And I'm gonna put succulents in it, and right here I'm gonna add some more succulents too. This is a flowering rock, haha, the lithotrope rock. So I'm excited to see this bloom. I gave a few of these away to some friends and my niece. And this is what I call the nanny plant. Very cool, very durable, has been alive for like 100 years. No, I don't know for 100 years, but definitely some decades. So, and it keeps going. It was my grandmother's, so very cool. But yeah, this is like my pride and joy area right here. My pride and joy. Actually, okay, so yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And right over here I have another ornate metal piece. This would have been my great-grandmother's, and I mean, look at the, you don't see many of these intact. Like when I went to that vintage 61 place, they had one like this with marble right here, and then, but this was like missing altogether. I mean, the centerpiece was just gone. It was supposed to be there. But what I did here is I had the shingle plant. I have 4 in one, okay? And I just wrapped it around these ornate pieces here. So, I don't know. I like that look, right? I like that. It's different. I swear I got like an additional, what, 3 inches in the last week. So, it's, let me just put that in here. There we go. Stay up there, little guy. But the ones in the front are definitely longer than the ones in the back. The ones in the back, they were from a separate pot, and they were fine. They just like really didn't grow. So I just put them here with this one, and we'll see how they do. Up here I got some little asparagus ferns. This one's super healthy. This one's like anemic looking, so, but it's alright. Yeah, these are so soft. I like these. I have this Ficus taniki. Like the newer growth has like a peach color to it. Very cool. I like it. The camo plant. Then right up here I have this Tradescantia alba. I love the leaves to this, right? Let me see if I can focus a little bit more on that. This is apparently like a weed in Florida. But it makes a really nice hanging plant. It'll start growing in the summer a lot. So, yeah, I have this on this like pole right here. And when I was little, I kind of broke it. I don't know if you could see that. This piece right here is supposed to be like all the way around, and I broke it. I was like hanging on it because, like, you know, I'm a kid and I was in gymnastics, and it's like I see a bar and I want to hang on it. Anyway, the last plant I'm going to show you guys is this Hoya Princess Hoya Crimson Princess. Yeah. The new leaves have like a pink to them. The new leaves are definitely have like more of a pink tinge to that, you see? Right there. Very cute. I actually have 3 of them in this pot. And so we'll see. I just have like this one that's just trailing. But yeah. Let's see what happens with them. I want to get like a peduncle, and I want the flowers. That's what I want in life. On this buffet here, I have some plants, and I'm going to start my way actually in the center of this room here. This is called the Alocasia. Alocasia is my favorite plant. And you know, I asked you guys like a poll, what was your favorite plant that I recently purchased? It was this alocasia here, this Lambakia. Oh, I'm going to have to pronounce this one or zoom in for you guys. So Alocasia lauterbachiana. I'm assuming that's it. This is from Proven Winners. Proven Winners indoor plants are being sold at my local Home Depot. But I love the leaves. I mean, look how big that is, right? Like, check that out. This is my hand, and I'm a big girl too. That's like 1, 2, 2.5 of my hands. That's the biggest leaf right here. We have a bunch new ones unfurling here. They're not sick. I know they may look stressed or something, but they're just coming out. They're just unraveling. I originally had this plant over on this stand here. However, I did move it because it was starting to stretch. You can see it a little bit. Like it was more full. Like the plant was like it was just stretching on this way more, trying to get more sun. So I figure I'm just gonna put it in on this ottoman here, and let it fill out and let it do its thing. I mean, that's definitely a centerpiece plant. And you have the dark stems here. That's really cool. And there is several. Now I cut off 2 leaves earlier. But there is some coming out. See, I didn't cut the stem all the way down because if you guys, yeah, that's better. You see that like lump growing along the stem right there where my thumb is? That's another leaf forming. So I didn't want to cut that, obviously, and I always cut like like 2 inches above that. But this is a really nice plant. And yeah, so this one first, out of who likes the plants better, this was the first one. The second one was this Calathea. This is a pink star. Somebody made a comment that it looks like it's blushing. And I think that's a good way of putting it. And it has like the classic burgundy underleaf to it. The mint or ice blue, and then you have like this green. It's a very, very intricate and pretty Calathea. And this is actually too dry for my Calathea's happiness, so I brought some water over. In my experience, Calatheas and alocasias tend to be very picky about water. The best is rainwater, of course. But I don't have that right now. I don't have access to that. It hasn't been raining in my area. Or if it has, it like freezes over very quickly. So my house water is very hard. It leaves like stains on the leaves and stuff, white stains. So I have to, with alocasias and calatheas, I'm starting to use like bottled, filtered, softer water and hope that it keeps plants happy. And maybe you guys are catching this, but there's actually, I didn't plant this in the blue pot yet. It's still in its original classic white Costa Farms. Like you could actually see it right here. And I just put that in the blue one here. So when it gets a little bigger, I just don't want to keep stressing it out and moving it and stuff. But I love the leaves. So this was actually second. And another plant that I got were these succulents here. Alright, and other than the Calathea, this was the other flower that I got. It's actually a succulent. These are pretty sweet. I forget the name of it, but I'll put it on the screen. It's very common. You can find these at like your big box stores. Some of these are starting to go out of bloom, but this is like a fresh one right here. And then like these are more aged. This is like a medium one here with some dark pink still left in it, and then this is an aged one. I got these really cute little pots here. And this is another succulent that I got. This is an arrangement that I did myself. This was like the least favorite. That's okay. I got it also in these like cute little terracotta pots. I'm excited about this succulent here because it looks like a little umbrella, right? Like I took off some of the bottom leaves, made it like a stem, like on standard. So it would be neat to like see how it develops and grows. And also the orchids. I went to the Hershey Gardens Orchid Show, and I'll post a link of that up above and also down below. And these could actually use a little bit of water. What I do for watering is I soak the plant a little bit, just fill it up right below the crown area. Let it sit in water for like a good 15 minutes. And then I empty out the excess water because you just don't want it sitting in water. But look how green those roots they just absorb the water like that. So I think I'm just gonna water these plants real quick. Hey ho, off to work I go. Do 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 do. Yeah, so essentially just fill them up until you see some of the water just right above the soil level here. See? See the shimmer of the water there? Just leave that there for like 15 minutes. This is what I do for my orchids, okay? That way all the roots can absorb the water. Don't do the ice cube trick. I know they say use the ice cubes and blah blah blah, but yeah, this is pretty healthy. It's very, the leaves are very stiff. This one was my problem one. I got these on clearance, but they definitely stiffened up a little bit. They're not as like wobbly, but I'm still going to give them some water too. But the colors are so pretty. Oh, there's a dead one, but you know what? Orchids are very pretty. They're so tropical, and I think the yellow and the purple is just like a perfect spring combination color. Yeah, very cool. Alright, so just gonna fill this one up. Yeah, never get the water in the crown of the plant, like the crown being like right where this area is. It'll rot them out, which is something you don't want. I did a orchid like 101 care and using ginger water. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link down below. You can check it out. Getting back to the ginger water, it kills viruses. I wiped the leaves down too, like it removes all the hard water stains. They're looking pretty good. And yeah, these are a little dry. Well, the leaves are. They're getting a little wrinkly, so they're gonna fall soon. They're just older. That's okay. I got these on clearance, so I was so inspired by the Hershey Orchid Show that I was like, I gotta go to my local store and get some orchids. But I did get some orchids at the show. Let's see here. Oh, I know there's a glare. Sorry, guys. This is a chocolate chip orchid. And there's a little one opening up right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. It's opening. Woohoo! And then I also have another orchid down here. This is just a little baby. I forget the name of this one. Hold on. Should probably put it that way. The yellow bird. Oh, okay. So these orchid leaves, or the flowers, they actually have like, it looks like heart, the flower itself, and then it has like these small, I guess we want to say like wings. Maybe that's where they get the name from, bird. That kind of comes out of it. It's very pretty. Some of them actually have a very nice, pleasing aroma to them. I'm not sure if this specific variety does, but some of them do. Those are the two that I got at the Hershey show. And then right here, some peperomias here. I know some people have trouble with these peperomias. This is the watermelon peperomia, but like they've been pretty solid with me. Like I haven't had any problems. I just cut off some of the like the bruised leaves. Like I'll cut this one off that's like pretty torn up and stuff. Here's another one. Gonna give that some water. These aren't too particular about like the kind of water. It's just the alocasias and calatheas that I find to be very particular. You can see how they get their name, like watermelon. Look at that, the shading of the greens. It just makes it look like a watermelon, the outer shell of a watermelon, and then it cups up like this. It's so cute, and I like the very light mint green, if you will, underneath the leaves. But, alright, so this one is pretty rough looking, and I'm just gonna go all the way back to I can with a clean pair of scissors and snip, snip. I'm not sure if I'll, oh, there's one back here that's a little rough looking. I'm just gonna trace that back to the bottom. See, it has like that brown tip. I'm just gonna get rid of it. This one has that too. And this one is just kind of like hanging down, kind of messing up with the shape, so that's gonna go. Oh, this one's getting a haircut. Okay, so oh, there's one up here that doesn't even have, it's just a stem. Probably the leaf fell off, so I'm just gonna trace it back to the very base of it and get rid of it. There we go. There's some new ones coming in. Oh, I accidentally trimmed this little guy. Sorry. Look at these little mushrooms, guys. I got them at the dollar store. How springy and fun. Alright, yeah, like this leaf right here. That's seen better days, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. This one, is actually, this peperomia is bigger than the other one, which kind of annoys me. Like, I want them to be symmetrical and even, but plants don't always grow that way. Okay, this one is just hanging on down there. Gonna get rid of that. But overall, this is a pretty healthy looking plant. There we go. Alright. That's actually a floorboard that I'm squeaking. It's probably, I hope that didn't pick up in the background. Alright, and this is actually important right here. This right here means it's trying to like reproduce and stuff. It's just taking energy from the plant, and I'm not looking to reproduce this plant, so it can just go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I mean, these guys kind of like hang out pretty far. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll just cut them. Because the other one is like so short. Okay. But yeah, their leaves are pretty cute. And they have the red stem too. Very neat. Alright, so I know there's a glare, but actually I'll just start up here. I have this really cool pot. It's a hanging pot, even though it's just like up here on the corner with this pothos. And actually I could probably snip some of these. Yeah. Snip some of these leaves that are not looking the best here. I just pinch them off with my finger. see the back here. Ooh. So this one's looking pretty rough. These are really fast growers. They're kind of like the basic 101 plants that everybody kind of gets, and that's fine because, I mean, they're pretty hardy. This is a Birkin here. I love these leaves. Look at that with the white variegation. Oh, it's so cool. It did kind of catch like a some type of virus, I think. See, there's some brown up there. I cut off a bunch of leaves because it had like some brown that was just kind of like eating away at the leaves. So hopefully this is kind of like in recovery. This is kind of why it's up here too. I'm not sure what this is looking like or how that's going to unravel, but we'll just play it by ear. The Birkin usually has these really strong variegated leaves like for new growth, and then it's like darker leaves for the older growth. But a very cool plant. So hanging from these windows here, I have these pothos here as well, and this one looks pretty good. I don't think I need to clip anything off of that. I have one right there. This one is actually replacing another one that I had to put outside because it had mealy bugs. Oh, the gross white mealy bugs. So I was like, I don't even care about saving that thing. I just put it all outside. And I cleaned up in here. The Calathea ended up getting some mealy bugs, but I pretty much cleaned that up pretty good. And I'm just keeping an eye out for any more bugs. And so far, I pretty much got them. I think I'm in the clear. But yeah, so, and then over here I have these Philodendron micans. These are really pretty, like the new growth. Some people think they look sickly or something, but like the newer growth is darker and then it turns into like a lighter green color like that. But this is a really neat plant. Actually, that leaf is kind of horrible, so I'm gonna take that off. And it's a fast grower. Like once it gets going, it's going. Yeah, I got a lot of new growth coming along with this. That's all gonna unfurl. Nice. Yeah, back to here. Back to what's in the case. I have these lovely ferns. You see it's starting to like unravel back there. Hopefully you see that. It's like focusing right where I want it to. So, but the leaves are really nice. We also have another fern, the frost fern right here. Now this, I have two in recovery. I think, oh, it's definitely moist, so I put them in here because I figured they would like the humidity more. So I'm just gonna keep my eye on this guy. The orchid that I got, chocolate chip orchid that I got at Hershey. And then also here, another gorgeous alocasia. The alocasia poly, look at that leaf. It's stunning. They feel like rubber almost. Very happy with it. It's been very healthy, very happy. So I'm just letting it do its thing in there. I have this Syngonium here, and that has some brownness to it that I should probably just cut off. Saying like with brown leaves, it's like some of them could be overwatered, some of them could be underwatered. Who knows, right? So, let me get some of this stuff that's down here out. Yeah, you always want to remove the debris that's down there to avoid any fungus gnats. But yeah, this definitely, I forget where I had this previously. Oh, I think I had it under like a TV in a dark area, and it just was, I didn't see it, so it kind of got brown fast. But these are like a really strong grower, very dependable, very reliable. So, you know, you could cut away, you could butcher it. It's not gonna hurt the plant. Okay, yeah, see, we got some yellowing and some brown on these leaves here. So try and cut all the way down, or as down as I can get. This one looks pretty bad too. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little it's a little challenging, but I don't mind. Okay, that one doesn't look too good. Okay. Yeah. We'll wait till we get some more fresher leaves, and then we'll cut some of the not so pleasant looking ones off. But at least I got some off of it right now. Yeah, that is a pretty plant. I mean, that looks better already. Right next to the alocasia too, that bright green and dark green. It complements the major veins in the alocasia. And there's my yellow bird orchid. It's just a little baby. And then I have this shelf empty, but at the very bottom I have some rehabs here. This is the frost ferns. I have 2 of them in here. Trying to recoup those. I had a variegated string of turtle. And then right here is a silver alocasia. I got it at Walmart for like clearance on $10. They just put all the plants out and never bothered to water them, so we'll see what happens here. And this is a Calathea, the Calathea dotty, and it was just getting some like pretty rough leaves. So actually, I'm gonna cut some because one of them doesn't look good at all. Yeah, like I think it looks worse in person. Oh yeah, that one's bad. That one's pretty bad. So I'm just gonna take it all the way down and get rid of it. Yeah, they got like that really dried edging, and people say that's probably like a humidity issue. They're probably right. But yeah, so it's just like in this cabinet doing rehab. Hopefully it'll kick back up. And I have like some really neat pillow. Well, I still have the pillows from winter, but I had like a red throw on each of these armchairs, and I had this really cute bow up here for Christmas, and I still have this. This is actually a ribbon around a lampshade. So I thought it was really cute with the trucks and the snowman in the back and the trees. So I just didn't take it down yet. And then over in this corner here, right along with this painting, this is a really cool painting, I have more Syngoniums here. These are definitely like a vining plant. So, I mean, they look bushy right now and they look great. But these are definitely meant to be a vining plant. Like you could see, once they get bigger, it'll happen. Some new leaves are unraveling here. I don't see too much like brown or anything. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's a big leaf with a lot of brown on it, so just get that out of the way. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the leaves. They're, like, some of them are pink, and then, you know, they have, like, the green, and then there's the pink veining. How cool is that? All right, this one looks a little rough, so I'll just snip that one. And, yeah, some of these... Okay, that one looks rough, too. You're going. But overall, a pretty easy plant to take care of. And they are meant to vine, so I could easily put these in some of the hanging baskets and divide them up. I probably have like 3 actual, let me clean this stuff up. No, I got like a two plants in here, 2 big bunches, but I could even divide them up and make them smaller if I wanted to. But let's see here. Yeah, these leaves are not looking terrible. And then I have right above it, this is like perfect for right in this corner area, a monstera. Look at the leaves. Ooh, look like fingers. So I think most of these leaves look really good. I do come over and check, like, I think there's just one that's right back here that has, yeah, see, it has a lot of brown tips to it. This piece right here is all brown. I think I'm gonna get rid of that particular leaf. Just get rid of it. And I'm gonna make sure there's no other leaf. I gotta fight through this now. Okay, so this is the leaf I want off. So I just gotta follow it down. I don't think there's any, I don't feel any like new leaves emerging. Yeah, so this is kind of like too small of a scissor to cut it, but I think it will do. Just get down as best as I can. Alright. Let me bite it out of this jungle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to get rid of that. No biggie. It's just one leaf out of many. They're really pretty. That's a pretty plant. That's definitely like another statement piece. And actually, what I think I did is I had this like type of rope around it, and I brought it up more, and it would hold them more together up top. But yeah, no, I like it. This can just, I could just snip this off. There we go. Yeah, I like it when it's full like that. Very cool. Filled up my little watering can, and I'm just gonna give this a nice drink. These guys love water. They have a lot of, like the orchids, they kind of have these aerial roots, so you want to keep them nice and wet. I'm gonna water these Syngoniums as well. They love water. Yeah, when you water, just try to get it all around. That way the roots are have a good chance of getting access to the water. Alright, and then just over here, look, I'm thinking about getting like some hanging terrariums and just putting them like right here, right? It's just like this space is just begging for something. Upcoming video. So, but this. Okay, so that concludes my February indoor plant tour, and I will be doing a full plant tour every month and a bunch of different videos in between. So if you like this, make sure to subscribe, hit like, share with your friends if you want, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!